All right. Just got to do something on the PC real quick and change the thumbnail. And then we'll be ready to roll. Excuse me. There we go. All right. We should be good now. Give it the old test 1, 2. All right. We good. We're ready to go. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man that can play it with, doing some more Project Motor Racing on the PS5. I guess I'm feeling kind of lazy. I don't feel like going out to the living room and setting up everything on the main PC. And although I don't like the PlayStation Plus thing, as well as the Xbox Game Pass Core thing, basically making you pay to play online. However, I still do like the plug and play convenience of consoles. So you take that away, if you take that element out of PlayStation and Xbox, honestly, it would be easy for me to recommend like a PS5 over a console over a PC every day of the week. Um, I mean, I think these consoles are. I think these consoles are close enough to PCs where I don't think PCs have the massive advantages anymore like they did like during the 360 or even the Xbox One PS4 generation.
I'm on PS5.
Ah, good stuff there, sir. Um, especially with these rising PC costs, if someone were to come to me and say, what would be the advantages of PC over a PS5? I would basically tell them with PC, there's a lot more freedom. You can get it's a few things. Yeah, you can get games cheaper. Um, you have more control over your settings. Um, most games don't involve any sort of subscription to play online. And now, whether the PC performs better than the consoles, a lot of it has to do with uh, the specs of that person's PC. But if someone wanted to play strictly triple A games, and wasn't really worried about all the indie stuff. Um, and they don't mind paying. Well, I don't know. I guess they have time. They have sales from time to time on at the PlayStation Store. I don't check the Xbox Store enough to even see. There's no point in me even checking the Xbox Store, even though I have an Xbox Series S, because everything that's available on the Xbox is available on PC. So, I mean, the only reason why I even have an Xbox at the moment is because uh, my son still likes to play the original Gears games, Gears 1, 2, and 3. So the only way you can play them is on the Xbox. You can't play them on PC. And so I got it so I would be able to play my son because he has a Series X. But now that Reloaded, Gears of War Reloaded, is out and it's on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, which is the first Gears of War's best game. So there's that. So I'm trying not to go off the track, but um, yeah, if if the PS5 did not require PlayStation Plus to play online, I would probably recommend a PS5 over a PC every day of the week because you'd save a ton of money. Um, you have thousands of games at your disposal, and graphically, the consoles aren't too far off from PCs. And then when it comes to the frame rate, I don't. If it came down to it, unless you're in VR, I think 60 frames is good enough because from what I'm understanding, the human eye can't see more than 60 frames per second anyway. So so what if a PC runs a game at 400 frames per second? You're not going to see the difference between 150 and 300. Um, so, but I think you can see the difference between 30 frames per second and 60. So that being said, a lot of games run 60 frames per second on both the PS5 and the Series X. So uh, I don't know. I think I heard a couple of people say that when the new Xbox comes out, they're supposed to be doing away with like needing Game Pass Core to play online. They're supposed to be doing away with that. And but if they did do it, it could put some serious pressure on the PlayStation. And if PlayStation were to drop PlayStation Plus as a requirement to play online, yeah, you'd see me doing just as much streaming on the PS5 as you would PC. And I would easily buy just as many games on the PS5 as I would PC. Um, so I just got home a few hours ago. I stepped out, went to Best Buy. Now, about on Cyber Monday, I bought a set of Razer Black Shark version 2 gaming headphones, and I love them. They sound good. The dashboard, the software is easy. It's easy to navigate, and I can use it on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. So I liked them so much that I wanted to get a second set. And I go to Best Buy, and they were out, even though the inventory showed that they had two left. They were out. So I saw a set of Razer Barracudas. They were also wireless, and I figure, okay, only a $13 difference. I'll go ahead and pick up the Barracudas, and I'm wearing those right now. And um, they don't have that spatial audio, and it's not a supported device on the Razer app, because with the Razer app, my Black Shark headphones, I can customize the audio any way I want because it has an EQ. But with this, it's not. There's no software to adjust my settings or customize the settings. It's just basically plug it up, and whatever they give you is what they give you. So volume wise, the volume's decent, but it just doesn't have that spatial sound, and it doesn't. And I wish it had a little more bass, but I'll get by with them. So let's see what we got for multiplayer. Oh, let's hop on in here. Hopefully I'm not too late. Oh shit. So his lobby showed him having 7 people in there. Oh no, 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 no. Let me back on out. I do not want to do the Nordschleife. Yeah, I'm not interested in doing a Nordschleife. I wasn't paying attention, but I will do Daytona. Yeah. Damn, all PlayStation. So I was gonna do a rake race earlier. I was gonna do the GTE at Spa, and so I did a few practice laps on on my PS5 with the Logitech wheelbase, and I did a 218.4, but on PC I did a 215.5. So that's a huge difference. However, um, with the GT3s, I was able to do a 218.8 with the Corvette GTE, but I have not. This was on the PS5 on this Logitech wheelbase. I have not set any lap times on my other wheelbase on PC. All right. Yeah, we want mid downforce. Oh yeah, he's only doing 5 laps, so we definitely want soft. Oh shit, he put us on Spa? I thought we were on
Clear.
I thought we were on Daytona.
Start of your timed lap. Make it count.
That was bad.
One minute left.
Oh my Christ.
Checkered flag this lap. Wrap it up.
I think I was easily on my way to at least the 219. Oh my God. I can't even think straight because of those two idiots fighting it out. Oh well, we'll just start from the beginning. We'll start from behind and chop them down. What the hell? And also like to say, if you're a football fan, I hope your team won today. The Lions did not win. They've lost 2 in a row. They have fallen to 8-7, and in all likelihood, they will not make the playoffs. So the Lions should have told me they were going to lose, and I would have streamed earlier and wouldn't bother to have listened to the game. I listened to the game on the radio.
Keep focused.
Seen that idiot diving in.
Track limit violation. Officials noted it.
Oh my God. Oh Lord. Damn it. That hot tire, I can't, it's not cooling off. That is one of the things about this game, is if you spin out and you cook one of those tires, it doesn't seem to cool off.
White flag, final lap. Stay sharp and finish strong.
my God.
Definitely a wake-up call. We got more work to prepare for the next race.
I wouldn't have won that race anyway. The leader did a 217.9. But I could have came in second place. All right, where is he going to take us to next? Let me hit the ready button anyway and go grab a drink while he figures out what track. Oh, okay. We are doing Donington Park. If you hear me going into my refrigerator, excuse me. Let's go. All right, let's go.
Clear. Followed him right off the track. On the clock, mate. Full send this lap.
Is this game worth it now? Or still buggy?
It's a lot better. Runs excellent on PS5. I mean, there's still some crashes every now and then. There's still some bugs to be worked out, but it's a lot better than it was day one.
Remaining in the session. This lap is the checkered flag. Session's over.
Ooh, Xbox guy got pole. Okay, so to come back to that question about is this game worth it or is it still buggy? No game is bug free. Just about every game has some sort of bug in it. And Le Mans Ultimate is the prime example. That game has been out of early access for a couple of months, and bugs are still coming up on that game. But they're constantly patching it, so that's just the way it goes. But I think this game is in a playable state where I feel like I could recommend it. It's
probably going to need to take a look at the setup between now and the race and find some pace.
Yeah, put a little more fuel in the car. And I'll finish what I was going to say. If you have the game on both PC and PS5, I would probably recommend getting the game on PC because you have way more avenues to get the game cheap. You know, I think you can go to sites like CD Keys, G2A, and get keys there, you know, $40, $30, $25, what have you. Or if you wanted to, you could straight up buy the game from Steam, which is $10 cheaper on PC. And the thing about Steam is if you decide you don't like the game and you haven't played it for more than 2 hours and you haven't had it for more than 14 days, you can return it for a refund. So, I mean, that would be the way to go. I actually think that would be the smarter move, is to go ahead and pay $60 for the game. If you don't like it, refund it. But if you do like it, you could possibly go ahead and refund it anyway, and then come back to one of those CD Keys or G2A type sites and see if you can find it for $30. What kind of lineup is this? All right, I got everything set. Let's go. Track limits? What the hell? Not the fastest first sector.
White flag. Keep the pace and finish strong.
Damn! I let him have it. I didn't want to run the risk of him taking us both out. Dude was fast. Yeah, as a matter of fact, he was the fastest one in here. He did a 128.7. A full 2 seconds. About 1.6 seconds faster than me.
Podium. Great job with the top 3 finish. Nice driving.
So he must have made a mistake somewhere, because according to those lap times, he should have won this race. It was a good race, though. That was fun. I think I'll save that replay. If it'll let you save a replay. Nope, I guess not. I guess that's one of the other advantages of PC. You can save the replay. Good race, though. That was fun. And on PC, I am clearly faster, but I don't think it has anything to do with me being on PC. I think it just has to do with me simply having better equipment on attached to my PC. I have a Fanatec wheelbase and a GT Omega cockpit, whereas here in the bedroom, I'm on a Logitech wheelbase. Oh, looks like I'm the host. Oops. Let's see here. I haven't seen too many people mess around with Mount Panorama. 5 minutes. So yeah, I'll go ahead and see what happens. See if people jump in. Wait a few minutes. If they don't, then I'll back out and go find one. So I have no, I have no official ranked races yet, because when I bought this for PS5, I did not take the license test. I just jumped straight into the custom lobbies, and I finally uh, got the license to do rank races earlier today, but didn't do any official races. So I think what I'm looking to do is, I think in a day or two here, we'll start it. It'll start over. Let's see how much time is left for the rank races. Might be a day or two. Yep. Looks like it shows 21 hours. So round four, the fourth and final round ends in 21 hours and 44 minutes. So basically, I'll just say tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, looks like it'll start a new championship, and that'll give me a fresh start. And I think what I'm looking to do is do rank races on both PC and PS5. So what that means is moving forward, I'm looking to do at least one PC stream a week and one PS5 stream a week, and try to rack up points on both sides of the rank races. And I'm thinking about putting it to a poll, or I might just take a look at the analytics and see what the views look like, because I get more views on PC, but I think the PS5 stream I did, I think there was enough views there that I think I could keep doing PS5 streams. So, so like I said, I'm at the very least, I'm looking to do one PC stream and one PS5 stream a week. But depending on whether I take a poll, depending on the views, I might lean towards doing two PC streams a week and one PS5 stream a week. And then over on my other channel where I race in VR, that's just whenever. Multi-class. I'd rather do a GT. I'd rather do a GT3 lobby. Who would have thought? My biggest reason for wanting this game was the 7 GTE cars they gave us as a pre-order bonus, and I got them, and they gave me the cars that I wanted. Um, I wanted, as far as the GTEs goes, I definitely wanted the Corvette C8. I wanted the Ford GT, the BMW M8, and the last car was the Ferrari 488 that I wanted, but I don't know if these guys can get a Ferrari license or not. I don't know if they already got it and they're just, keeping it in their back pocket and release it as DLC at a later date. I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, as far as the GTE class goes, they've given us 7 cars, and I think the only game that may have more GTE cars than this might be iRacing. I think second might actually be Forza Motorsports, because Forza Motorsports and the GTE cars, they actually have the Ford GTE, the Ford GT, the BMW M8, the Porsche 911 RSR, the Ferrari 488, and I'm not sure, they might have the Aston Martin. I can't remember offhand, but I definitely remember that they got the Porsche, the Corvette, the Ford GT, the BMW M8. So they got at least 4. Um, what did I say? Ferrari, Corvette. Wait a minute. Let me go back and yeah, yep. So yeah, it was 4. I'm not sure if they've got the Aston Martin. Le Mans Ultimate has
What's
4.
going on? I missed your stream yesterday, and yes, iRacing has more GTE cars.
Okay, that's what I figured. But I mean, iRacing's got a ton of tracks, ton of content. Probably cost you $1 million if you were to buy all of it. um, So my stream yesterday on PC, I mean, it was the normal. Oh, look at this, Graham Games. I've seen him stream before. He normally does GT7 on PSVR 2, so it looks like he's changing the pace. Speaking of PSVR 2, this game was originally supposed to get PSVR 2 support. It's been confirmed that it's going to get VR support on PC, but originally it was supposed to get PSVR 2 support, and then they walked it back. And then they said they have no plans to bring PSVR 2 support to this game on PS5. And I honestly think that came down from Sony. I think Sony told them not to do it because, like, I'd say about a year from now, like PC people, when it comes to sim racing games, PC people are already eating good. But I think in another year or two, console users are going to be eating good because, like right now, like using the PS5 for an example, you already got GT7, ACC, Ren Sport. Now you got Project Motor Racing. Le Mans Ultimate will probably be here about this time next year. And Endurance Motorsport, although it's not out yet, I think they do plan to release this game on both PC and console. And then I forgot F125. So on console, by this, out of all those games that I ran off, Endurance Motorsport is currently the only one that's not on console yet. So in that aspect, PC console users are eating good. They do got a good amount of racing games to choose from on console. Um, the big difference is GT7 is the only one that has PSVR 2 support. Now, I say that if all those other games I mentioned had PSVR 2 support, it would definitely spread out the user base on GT7. They would spread out and go to other games, and that would be a threat to the microtransactions or the shark card type economy on GT7, where people uh, can buy in-game credits with ridiculous amount of real money. So I think that's where that's coming from. I think if all these other games had PSVR 2 support, it would be a threat to GT7 because it's been confirmed that for F124, EA was trying to talk to Sony about giving F124 VR support, and and in so many words, I'm guessing the answer was no, because they said that they were going to talk to Sony, and the subject never came up again. So I take that as the answer was no. And then again, coming back here um, to Project Motor Racing, the original plan was, one of the devs said that yes, it was going to get PSVR 2 support, and then they walked it back. So, so actually, I take it back. Out of the 7 games that I ran off, Le Mans Ultimate and Endurance Motorsport are the 2 games that are not here yet, but you still got 5. So I would love to see like Automobile Lista 2 come to console. My guess is they probably don't want to spend the money to port it over to console. Um, and then I don't think iRacing would ever come to console because you're going to hit them. You would hit them twice because you would have to pay for PlayStation Plus in order to play online, and then you would have to pay their subscription to play online. So you'd be paying twice. I don't think iRacing will ever come to console. Not only that, with the graphics overhaul that they did to iRacing, I guess the rain like really taxes the PC. Well, I got nothing to lose, so I don't know this track very well. Yeah, I got. GTO. Yeah, I got nothing to lose. Let's go ahead and register for it. We get an This is the fourth and final round. We get a new set of dailies tomorrow. So why not? So in the meantime, let me grab a drink. All right, I'm back from grabbing my drink. And let me take a moment to give a shout out to my Project Motor Racing brethren. And that would be Boris, Just Boris, Mets VR. No, this is Gesture. And I guess I got to give a special shout to Chunky GT. We don't know each other, but when I took a look at the analytics of my streams over the past 72 days, no, over the past 28 days, I have gained 72 subs, which may not sound like a lot, but that's a 957% more than my average. I mean, there was a time where my channel just was not moving for quite a while. If I was lucky, I might get one sub a week. And my channel has definitely grown since PMR has come out. And where does Chunky GT come in on this? Well, as I'm looking at the analytics, it showed like the different ways that people found my channel. And when it says other related streams that led people to this channel, um, Chunky GT was third. So that means that um, some of the subs on this channel found me from Chunky GT's channel. Like I guess what it might have done is showed up as a up next or related videos or something. So yeah, I got to give him a shout too, even though we don't know each other. But even though I don't know him, I know that he's one of the guys that's been positive on Project Motor Racing since the game came out. And I've said this a number of times that I think that the people that have been positive on Project Motor Racing from day one, I think they've been rewarded with views and subs, and I think I'm one of them. I feel very fortunate. I never thought in my wildest dreams that I might have a realistic shot at getting making it to 2,000 subs. That was, I mean, sheesh. Sheesh, I did a backflip when I hit 1,800 subs um, a couple of weeks ago. Um, there were some moments where my channel just did not move, and I just didn't think it was going to grow. And I think when I hit about 700 subs, it like everything slowed to a crawl. After I hit over 1,000 subs, it slowed to a crawl, and then here at 1,700, it was basically stalled out there too. All right, folks, I don't know this track this well.
LMDH, have you tried that class yet?
I monkeyed around with it for a moment. Um, but that was like day one when the hypercars were not the hypercars, the LMDH. Uh, Shit. I'll put it this way: the classes that I've spent the most time in since this game came out was GTE and GT3, and a little bit of GTO. Now, I mean, I would like to see people uh, um, next week when we get a new set of races. I would like to see them add the GT class because, like the GT1 2005 class on Automobilista 2, I absolutely love that class. And that Aston Martin, I think it's the DBR9. That car sounds excellent, and it actually sounds pretty close to that car on this game. Damn, I keep reaching for my mouse because I keep thinking that I'm on PC. I'll leave it where it's at.
Clear of the pits.
Oh shit. Forgot about that.
Full focus, full send. 5 minutes remaining.
Oh!
One minute to go.
All right, we might as well hang that up. Like I said, I'm trash at this, so
Here's what it is. We'll have some traffic in front of us to start the race.
So, out of all of us that set quali laps, I had the worst. I know I've said this before, that these Mazda MX-5s, to my knowledge, 3, maybe 4 games have this car. So you have iRacing, Race Room, Project Motor Racing, and possibly Automobile Institute, but I'm not sure. Out of all of them, I think Project Motor Racing has the best sounding one.
Need a good start. Remember to keep the nose clean into turn 1.
Damn, he jumped and got a 15-second penalty. Damn. Damn it. Oh, shit. Damn it. Hang it up. I'm gonna retire. Sorry, folks. I think I'd rather come back and do this race after I had some practice on this track. I'm so sorry. I never should have entered that race. Ain't that something? So we got 28 minutes before the next GTE race, but doesn't look like anybody's registering for these races. So let's see what the custom lobbies look like. Oh my Lord. All right. At least he started the countdown. Didn't wait. crap. All right.
You're clear. Lap timing started. Get a move on. You've got 1 minute left. Good stuff. Quickest lap of the session. Checkered flag this lap. Wrap it up.
track limits. Oh my god.
E2 on the grid. Fantastic job and a strong spot for the race.
If I had not got that penalty, that lap would have been a 147.5. That being said, unless somebody gets into the 146s, I have a legitimate chance to win this race. A duck on Quack. That's a funny name.
Get ready, mate.
My God. Passes first sector. Really?
The back marker ahead isn't in the fight for position. Clear them ASAP.
Got dark quick. My tires are cooked, so now the car is probably going to be prone to snap loose.
The back marker ahead is not racing for position. flag. You're catching the leader. Keep pushing hard and stay focused. The back marker ahead is not racing for position.
Well, even though I got spun out, that was fun. And my lap time
Podium. Great
was
job at the top three finish. Nice
six
driving.
tenths off the fastest lap. I dare say that if I would have had another lap or two under my belt, I think I probably could have shaved off a couple of more tenths. Or if I was in VR, I know for a fact that I would have shaved off a few more tenths. Would I have beaten that 147? I don't know. But that was fun. That was fun. You know what? There doesn't seem to be an option for the replays. Let me. Oh. Yeah, at the moment, there doesn't seem to be an option for the replays. Give me a second, folks. I'm going to boot this game up on PC and have a look. Yeah, give me a second. It's booting up now. Ooh, ooh, that might not go over well with Boris. Um, all right. Whoops. Can hit the mouse. Multiplayer, single player challenges, downloadable content, driver profile. Okay, saved replays are in the driver. It's in the driver profile. So let's come back over to PS5 and see if that option is there. No. So you've got edit info, results history, lap records, stats, but no option for a replay. So let me go back over to the PC version and I go to driver profile and this says edit info, results history, lap record, save replays, stats. Ooh, ooh, that changes things. Ooh, that changes things. Now, after that race was over, even though it was grayed out, but I saw that it said view replay, but nowhere in there did it say anything about saving a replay. I love Sebring. Hopefully, everybody that's in there is doing GT3s. Ah, nah. I would be racing against myself if I were to do that one. And they're giving me the 787B. Nope, no options for GTEs or GT3s. GT3s at Lime Rock. Huh. See how many laps he's got it set for. 3, 2. Ah, damn it. I'm stuck with the Porsche. I didn't get a chance to get my Corvette. He's doing 10 laps. Well, I'll do a couple of laps with the Porsche to see how it feels. All right, let's drive, see what we got.
All clear. Lap timing started. Get a move on.
Go back to the pits, because these tires will never cool off.
You're clear.
Damn it! Cooked the tires again.
Clear of the pits. 5 minutes left in the session.
Damn it. I didn't want to lose my momentum, so I tried to go around him. Shit. Damn it. He just calls for a drink. Ah. I kind of like this Porsche. I'm loyal to the Corvette and the GT3s. That Porsche feels pretty good.
You're clear. You've got 1 minute left. This lap is the checkered flag. Session's over.
Got greedy again.
Pushing too hard in the corners.
Yep, got greedy again. And even if I would have survived that, I would have ended up having a terrible lap anyway because I cooked the tires. So that is one thing I do like about this game. That if you cook those tires...
We can try and get some balance for the race, the long distance, but I really hope qualifying will go better for us.
They make you pay for it because it takes forever for the tires to cool off. So right there, you see where it says view replay, but there's no option to highlight it. So I think I better warn Boris about this before he runs off and buy this for Xbox. Okay. Speedy be lagging. The Big Rick, the Punisher. Oh, Christ.
Hey Link.
Andreas, how's it going?
Not badly, man. How about you?
Doing pretty good, thank you.
I ask, haven't touched this game. Still waiting on VR.
I'm enjoying it. And now that they got most of the major bugs worked out, I do hope that VR is up next on their list.
No way, I am playing it flat view from my headset.
Fair enough.
You're halfway there.
This Porsche sounds pretty damn good.
Haven't touched a sim in ages since we did the endurance.
Wow.
The back marker ahead is not for position. We need a clean pass.
Work was so busy, man, with report cards and new term.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, hopefully you'll find some time during Christmas to get some gaming in, get some racing in. Tires are roasted.
Yeah, trying to finish Kingdom Come 2 before I dedicate myself back to relearning how to drive.
Gotcha.
This back marker in front isn't in contention, so pass them now.
Over 115 hours in and only maybe 60 to 75% done.
Oh, shit.
the corners, your tyres are getting too hot. White flag, final lap. Stay sharp and keep that pace.
Yeah, those tires are cooked.
Let's go, teammate. You seem happy with this game.
Oh, I love it.
Poor LMU was sucking the soul out of you. I didn't watch every 3-hour live stream since then, I lag.
I mean, when's the last time you see me buy a racing game that was flat screen and I bought both the PC version and the PS5 version?
Marker in front, just get past quickly. Well done, you stuck with it to the end. We know
So if I'm enjoying the game that much now, imagine how much I'm going to enjoy it when it does get VR support. So, I mean, when this game gets VR support, I could typically be, or possibly, streaming this game 4 times a week. At the moment, right now.
Yeah, I heard PS5 the other day and thought, man, this guy is supporting Bell.
Both of my teammates are in here. Hanez and Andreas. Both of my teammates in here. Teammates. We'll have to figure out what's going on with the next endurance race on Le Mans Ultimate. I keep saying Le Mans because I got corrected a while ago. But yeah, I mean, a flat screen game, and I go off and buy a PC and the PS5 version of the game, and I pay full price for both of them. I paid $60 for the PC version and $70 for the PS5 version, and I'm happy with both of them. I'm having fun on both of them. So coming back to the possibly streaming them 4 times a week, what could possibly happen is, at the moment, I'm guaranteeing 2 streams a week, one on PC and probably one on PS5. Now, I'm being honest that I get more views on PC, but I think there's enough views there on PS5 that people are interested in this game on PS5, and a lot of them want to know how the game is running, if there's still bugs and crashes and stuff like that. So, I think I can still get a good amount of views streaming the PS5 version. So, at this moment, what I'm looking to do is minimum 2 streams a week, possibly 3, possibly 2 on PC, 1 on PS5, and then once we get the VR support, 1 VR stream a week on the other channel. So yeah, now that they got the major bugs out of the way, now I hope that
I didn't refund it. I just don't wanna try until I'm seeing it. 3D monitor is on desk, rig is like 2 yards to the left, it's nothing to do W.
Okay, fair enough. Now every time we get an update, I will say that I do type in plus VR in the startup options to see if they did what Le Mans Ultimate did and kept the VR hidden. Oh shoot. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and keep the Porsche. I like the way that Porsche sounds. That was I forgot to say that. So, out of all the games that has this Porsche 992, a lot of them have it. iRacing, Automobilista 2, Le Mans Ultimate, Race Room, Project Motor Racing. I'm pretty sure Endurance Motor Series I have it, but those are the 5 games that I can think of offhand. So yeah, doing that again. You got iRacing, Le Mans Ultimate. Oh, I know another one that I forgot. Forza Motorsports. So that's 6. So that's 6 that I named off. iRacing, Le Mans Ultimate. Automobilista 2, Project Motor Racing, Forza, Race Room. So that's 6 games that I can think of offhand that has the Porsche
My
992.
beloved
Oh,
992 GT3 smiling face with tear.
actually, I forgot one more. The most important one, Rennsport. So that's 7 sims that has the Porsche 992. And people are going to think I'm crazy for saying this, but I had felt that the Rennsport version sound the best. I really love that one because it's got the high pitched scream, but it's also got some grunt. So I'm probably going to make a case that Project Motor Racing's version of the 992 is either tied with Rennsport or Rennsport is still sounds slightly better. I mean, this car sounds good on this game. And I don't even know how they got criticized for the audio.
I still feel like the Sims exaggerate the rear engine too much.
Okay. Now, one viewer did complain about the twirling sound, like when you get to the top gear, when you get the 6th gear or whatever. Okay, but I love when it comes to race cars. I love hearing that high pitched whine on top of the grunt because the car feels like it's got raw horsepower, but the high pitched whine makes it feel like it's got just as much technology in it as it does horsepower. And so because of that, there's actually a few cars on Le Mans Ultimate that they kind of fall towards the bottom of the list of audio. And the Porsche sounds pretty good on Le Mans Ultimate, but the BMW, it's got that grunt, but it doesn't have the high pitched whine in the background. Neither does the Ferrari. So, like the Ferrari 296, I actually think that either ACC or Race Room has the best sounding Ferrari 296. So, I could spend all day talking about that, like each individual car, each individual GT3, which sim has the best sounding one. But across the board, like the entire GT3 class, I think either ACC or I think either ACC or Project Motor Racing probably has the best lineup in terms of all the GT3s across the board, how they sound.
Keep in mind I drove it on street tires in nuclear hot temperatures. I had only one moment of oversteer. Engine sounds better on road car boo.
Engine sounds oversteer on road, but there's no straight cut gear whine. Okay. All right, let's go.
You're clear.
Woof woof.
Necro Dogs, what's up?
Everyone's doing well.
We are doing well. How about you?
Happy holidays, man.
Same to you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Done some Porsche Cup races in AC Evo. Had a blast. Suck
Oh,
it,
cool.
Necrodogs.
Well,
Hi, Andreas.
now on this track, the Porsche does feel like it can be a little bit twitchy.
Send it, mate. Don't leave any time out there.
Which Porsche is this?
This is the
5
992.
minutes left.
I haven't seen too many corner invalidates in this game.
Actually, a lot of people have complained about the track limits in this game. A lot of people think it's too harsh.
The Cup car is growing on me fast, as is the 992 NX.
For a while, I was loyal to the Porsche, like especially on ACC. I used the 911 and the 992.
I feel like all the sweatlords in LMU are driving every corner with the evaluating line. I couldn't be asked. Race room seems the harshest.
Possibly. It is pretty strict. Damn it.
The 992 is special, doing a 3-hour axe endurance in it with a friend next Sunday.
Oh yeah? On which sim?
I heard it guy buffed in LMU but haven't touched it in ages on X. I think I last drove cut there. Would be happy if you would tune in. It's Assetto Corsa Competizione.
Oh, I haven't played ACC in God knows how long. I had lost my taste for that game. Oh my God.
Checking flag this lap.
Every single lap a track limit. Whoa. This car is a little bit twitchy at high speeds.
We doing any endurance races in LMU this holiday, lads?
I hope so. I hope
X
so.
is still fun to me, but I'm old and not that skilled. It's all about having a good time for me.
At once upon a time, ACC was considered the definition of skill.
I can't get along with LMU. I gave up after 100 hours.
Well, Le Mans Ultimate for a while was my favorite sim, and it may possibly still be my favorite sim, but I'm having the most fun right now on Project Motor Racing. Now, I think the same thing happened to me with Le Mans Ultimate that happened to me with ACC. For a while, ACC was my favorite sim, but the crazy driving that was going on over there, the over-aggressive drivers, the dirty drivers, it just drove me away from ACC. And low fuel motorsports helped a little bit, but not that much. If anything, low fuel motorsports actually brought out more over aggressive drivers, because what they would do is they would
I got put into rookies.
they would with the low fuel motorsports, the over aggressive drivers would try to force their way in, and if they end up knocking you off the track, they would always send you this letter saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, man, I missed my braking point," and shit like that. All that is a ploy to keep you from reporting them, because there's a pretty good chance
that's what
that
it should be about. Fun or bust emo.
So for most of these guys, they finished pretty good, but if you report them, it could destroy their
Low
start.
fuel was so sweaty.
In Le Mans Ultimate, the badges are wonderful. Since they put those badges in, I've had mostly clean races, but it almost feels like too little too late, because the dirty driving and the over aggressive driving of Le Mans Ultimate just sucked the life out of me. So between that and Project Motor Racing coming along, I don't know. I haven't really felt that urge to fly home from work and jump on LMU the way I used to.
Need a good start. Remember to keep the nose clean into turn 1.
Clean races, but, man, come on.
Come on, dude. The dude pushed me outside. Oh my Lord. I'm gonna let him go. Who didn't see that coming?
Dirt racers just taunting you.
Oh!
I only do community racing in Axe, that's where the fun is for me.
That guy tried to push me right at the start. He got on the side of me and just kept pushing me and pushing me and pushing me. He was trying to push me off the track so he could enter turn one. And then I had to back off. Otherwise, I was going to get pushed completely off the track. And then I got hit from behind and 3 or 4 other cars trying to squeeze underneath me. It just...
I feel like any of these games need a community to be maximum enjoyment. Anyway, I'm off to bed. Big shopping and holiday preps tomorrow.
Same to you. Thank you so much. Community races.
Take care and have a good one, waving hand.
Same to you. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year if I don't see you again before then. Community races.
Happy holidays, Neshio.
With community races, for the most part, everybody respects each other. And I've been in a couple of community races. They all respect each other. They know the rules. They know they'll get banned. Yada, 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 that kind of stuff. But you're not necessarily going up against the best. So there's a trade-off. With rank races, you're going up against the best, but you're also going up against those over-aggressive drivers that I was talking about, because I feel like the over-aggressive drivers are a bigger problem than the dirty drivers. There's not that many, as compared to over-aggressive drivers, there's not near as many dirty drivers. But I think the over-aggressive drivers, they kind of blur the lines, and they can tend to be on the side of dirty sometimes. And I mean, these are the ones that have their mind made up that they're going to go underneath and force their way underneath. And if you don't give way to them, they're willing to push you off the track. So I can see that as borderline dirty. So
be glad you weren't in one Frank during the Prost, Senna, Schumacher era.
As much as I hate to admit it, from what I'm seeing in the real life F1, and from what I've played of the F1 game, you have to be aggressive, because the overtake as well as the DRS, they can get you within striking distance, but a lot of times if you want to make that overtake, you basically have to be willing to dive bomb in Formula One. So I expect that. I mean, I see it in real life. We see it in real life with the F1 races.
The slipstreaming is so excessive in one Frank.
It is. But I expect that. I expect that in F1. So At first, I didn't like the dive bombing on the F1 game, but when I saw how it was happening in the real life F1, I just had to come to accept that that's just part of the F1 racing, whether it's a video game or real life.
We should go do race room with old DRS GT DTM cars.
With race room, I guess like the GT3 class is going to be one of my favorite classes across any game. But race room in particular, I do like some of the touring cars. I do like some of the DTM cars, like the DTM like 2005s, that kind of stuff. I like those cars. But
They
yeah,
had doctors in like 2010s in their GT3s.
oh no kid, DRS has been around that long? Well, let me spectate somebody. No. It won't let me spectate anybody. Oh wow.
Yeah, 2013 DTM had DRS.
No kidding. Well, GT3s as we know it today, honestly speaking, I really didn't become terribly interested in the GT3 class until I fell in love with ACC. Once I fell in love with ACC, then I started watching the real life races. Now, when I was young, say 20, 30 years ago, we didn't see these GT World Challenges and stuff like that. Just like here in America, they show us like NASCAR. They NASCAR'd us to death. And it seemed like the only other race they would show besides NASCAR would be the Indy 500. And back then, the class I believe was called kart, and the Indy 500 was really the only race they would show us. Like every now and then, they would show us the Michigan 500, and how that race lasted as long as it did, I don't know, because a lot of drivers felt like that track in Brooklyn, Michigan was one of the worst tracks in the country, you know, with potholes and cracks and all kinds of shit like that in there, which is understandable because of the terrible weather we can get in the wintertime, which the ice expands and cracks the asphalt. And but yeah, I didn't really start watching.
NASCAR, kart and Indy were staples in Canada aside from one Frank. In the 60s to 80s my dad preferred prototypes.
Now, when I was a kid, you know, there was no cable TV in the early 70s. I think cable TV didn't come along until like 1974. But even still, back then in the early 70s when I was a kid, I think NASCAR back then, I think it was called Winston Cup or some shit like that. And that's all they showed besides the Indy 500. And it seemed like every week it was the same oval race, but at a different track. So I'd say in the late 80s, early 90s, ESPN was showing some of those like touring races in other countries. So you would see like the Acura Legend, which over in Japan was called the Honda Legend.
You gotta watch the old Steve McQueen Le Mans film.
I've seen bits and pieces of it, but yeah, I'll get around to watching it. Because I'm fascinated with the history of Le Mans, at least, you know, certain eras when the 787B, when it became the first Japanese car to win it, the 60s, late 60s when the Ford GTs won it, the Porsche 917 of the early 70s.
The Ford versus Ferrari was good too.
I'm going to have to get around to watching that too. So this week I only worked 3 days. So I'm going to have a 4-day weekend, possibly 5 if I put in for a vacation day. And yeah, I plan to catch up on some stuff like that. So
Matt Damon and Christian Bale.
yeah, I mean, I would see a clip here and there of the movie, but I just never got around to watching it. And I try to avoid watching those clips on YouTube because I don't want to watch too many clips and then just get the gist of the movie and then not want to watch it. So, but yeah, for this week, I will in all likelihood be streaming on Christmas. Cool. So, in all likelihood this week, I will be streaming on Christmas. I mean, after the initial exchanging gifts, I really don't have anything going on. So, at this moment, I am tentatively saying that I am going to stream on Christmas. I am not one of those streamers that like 2 months in advance tell you they're going to be on vacation and they put together 2 or 3 videos, you know, for you guys to watch while they're gone and shit like that. No, I'm planning to stream on Christmas, probably more than likely the Friday after and the Saturday after. So, in fact, I plan to do a lot of streaming this week.
Endurance on LMU, perhaps. We need to entice hands.
Okay. Do they have another endurance race coming up on Le Mans Ultimate? Guess I'll have to check the schedule.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah. And if we do the race on Friday, I can meet you guys right in the middle in terms of what time we do the race. So yeah, let's look into that. So I think that's gonna do it for me. It's 11 o'clock. I gotta start getting ready for work in the morning. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching. And I know I plan to stream a lot this week. I could possibly come back tomorrow, but if not, look for me on Tuesday, and we will go from there. So with that being said, enjoy the rest of your weekend. For some of you, it's already Monday, so happy Monday to those of you where it's Monday at. And we will see you here very soon. Until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king, and deuces. Have a good night, good morning, everyone. Enjoy your day, morning, evening.